Hi, everybody. It's me again. It's Jay. And this will be my third video. I see a couple of you have watched. I'm hoping that a few more will watch. And when you do, say something. Make some comments. Ask some questions. It's kind of fun. The last video I did was about labels on people gay, straight, or lesbian, or bisexual, or whatever. And I kind of wanted to touch a little bit more on that subject because there does seem to be a need to categorize people one way or the other. I don't know why that is, why there is a need for that, and along with there being a need for this categorization, there is wide unacceptance of differences, though. We don't want to accept one another for who we are or who that person may be. I don't necessarily believe that everything is just black and white. I think there is a large gray area when it comes to the psyche, us being human. I don't think it's just one way or the other. Some people say you're either straight or you're gay, and I think there is a large gray area, and saying that I'm speaking on, individuals who see themselves as being bisexual, and there's a large portion of people out here in the world that don't believe in bisexuality, that you either have to be one way or the other. And I don't necessarily find that true. I believe that we make ourselves, many of us, I believe some of us make ourselves either this way or that, and nothing in between. And I find it strange for the simple fact that the human being, the human mind is so complex. We all like and feel many different things. So why wouldn't that be true when it comes to an attraction for another human being? Why does it have to be that, you're a guy who only likes women and you're a woman who only likes men? I find it strange for the simple fact that I, as I stated in my last video, have dealt with women who have found themselves attracted to me. Not that these women were gay or even bisexual. I may have been the only encounter that they may have had with another woman. And they liked it. Now, as to whether they would find themselves in that position again, I don't know. Some of them said that they wouldn't, and some probably have tried that endeavor again or tried being with another woman again. I don't know. I don't go back and retrace my steps too often or anything like that, or revisit individuals that I've been with in the past. I'm still friends with most of them, but they do what they do and I do what I do. And I didn't find that there was a lot of regret from any of them. Now, I can't speak on the subject of men being with men because I'm not a man. I don't know what it feels like to be a man. I do operate in my own world, or in this world, male-like. As you can see, I wear the faded out hairstyle or whatever. Um, I'm not the most feminine that you would come across, as you can see, but I'm not a guy. I have guy-like ways, maybe even guy-like thoughts or stuff like that, but I'm clearly aware that I was born a female. My body operates like a female. My mind does not always operate like a female, but I am completely aware that I am a woman. And because of that complex part of who I am, gives me more of an understanding as to why other individuals may not be so black or white. You know, many of us are complex. Some of us are not. Some of us are quite simple. But many people out here in this world are very complex. Their emotions are complex. I'm sure their DNA denotes that they're complex individuals in one manner or the other. I think that is ignorant to believe that we all are supposed to be one way or the other, or prefer one sex or the other. And that's really not my argument. I know that there are many people out here who feel that way, and that's for them to feel if they so choose. But I warn against the ignorance that is out here to believe that everybody is that way. We are all not the same. And that transcends on every level, including sexuality and attraction. Um, I think that the better you understand the complexities of just what being human and the human mind is, I believe that you will have a better understanding of the person next to you, um, without all the ignorance and the hatred or the bullying or whatever you want to call it, the negativity. You know, we should all try to understand one another, and you know, sometimes maybe even walk a mile in a person's shoes. And I don't mean in a literal sense. I mean when you try to have an understanding of what another person is dealing with, where they're coming from, how they feel, and all you have to do is have a certain type of empathy to be able to do that. You know, as I stated before, I can't really speak on the male aspect of it because I am not a male. I am a woman, and I'm fully aware of that. Although there are people out here who think that I think I'm a guy, believe me, I don't think I'm a guy. I operate, like I said, in many aspects of my life as a guy because I've never quite felt like a girl. You know, my body is what a girl's body is or a woman's body is, but psychologically and in certain aspects of my life, the way I view and see things and the way I feel is that of a male. And I'm happy with that. It's been a struggle though to come to maybe what's called a peaceful resolve within myself to be able to operate and like and love who I am and not just be crazy. Because some people have driven themselves crazy or to the brink of suicide because understanding this can be a bit much, accepting this can be a bit much when you're always or have always been told that this is not the way to be. I'm just simply speaking on understanding, patience, empathy, and acceptance. I am not the friendliest person out here, and it's only because who I am and who I've been has not been popular always. It's more popular now than it was when I was coming up as a kid or whatever, or through my young adult life. It wasn't popular. So, you know, individuals from my generation had to hide themselves or pretend to be who they weren't in order to get by, get along without, you know, people in their community or environment, you know, jumping all over them for who they felt they were. And I know that's an old topic. You know, we've long since come past the acceptance thing. on certain levels. It's still not widely accepted all the way around the world, and in some places it is. I'm just speaking to individuals who may, have certain questions, certain a lapse in understanding on how things can be, or how it is that we are who we are on the inside. And that's something that you can't really change. You cannot act upon things, and that'll make you become maybe what you might feel more comfortable with without being looked at too strangely, or pointed out. But for some of us, acting a certain way is probably the most uncomfortable way to live. And it may sound archaic because of the newfound interest within the last 10, 20 years or so of the gay community and stuff like that. I'm not an activist. I'm just a human being trying to give others, maybe, that may not have been quite as understanding. I'm trying to give them a slight understanding, or just maybe pose a question so that it will, resonate in their mind. Things are not just as simple as all that, black or white. We're all complex. There are many levels to our mind, our bodies, and our soul. And I'm not the devil. And I'm not a pervert. I don't look at children or anything like that. I am attracted to women. And for some of us, it's just that simple. We are attracted to the same sex, the same gender. And I hope maybe a few things I've said resonate with a few of you, or cause a few of you to have someone else to maybe watch the video and get an understanding, or ask a question, or some type of feedback or something, just to cause a pause in the mind. Sometimes if you slow down, you think a little bit more. And I think on a lot of subjects in life, we all need to slow down and think about it, and gain a better understanding of what it means to be empathetic, or have apathy for the next individual, just to simply get along. As Rodney King said, can't we all just get along? I know that sounds like a utopic society or whatever, and I don't truly expect all that. I'm just trying to give my point of view on what it is to be gay, and hope some of you can gain a better understanding of what I mean. So once again, I'm Jay. This is my third video, and thank you for the few who did watch the first couple of videos, and I'm hoping the viewership will become a little bit more and grow, and we can do some correspondence or something. So once again, YouTube, I want to thank YouTube for this opportunity, and for those individuals who are paying attention, trying to see something different. And maybe it's not that different, but maybe it interests you a little bit. So I'm hoping so. And I'll see you guys again.